it's kinda complicated. Up, we're going in and out, but baby, now I'm home. We have our ups and downs, but baby.
Well, I have to laugh because he just informed me he's 22 now, Scott Helman. So you're beyond being legal. You're actually, it's
I'm
all
so
downhill.
legal that it's like
illegal.
almost illegal.
All right, so young man, a lot has happened now since we've last chatted, Bungalow, but now you've exploded with this new little puppy and 2 songs, kind of complicated, which I love, and PDA, which you can now inform me what PDA stands for.
It stands for Public Display of Affection.
And did you make this up or no? This is an old thing.
It's a timeless term that refers to making out with someone in a public space.
Oh, great. Okay, so a lot about love, a lot about relationships in this one. So you always, I guess, go down to personal experience and stuff like this. So what did you, I guess, draw from for this one, Scott?
Well, I feel like when it comes to art, I think the best thing to do is to do what you know and to write about what matters to you. So, you know, whether it be like politics or whether it be, you know, things that are happening to me in my life, I feel like I always sort of come back to references that are about things that are very personal because those are the things I focus on. I'm a pretty I'd say definitely a sensitive person, an emotional person, so those are the things that, you know, I remember and that affect me and that end up in my music. And a lot of the album was inspired by a girl, and the reason why it's called Hotel de Ville was because I moved to Montreal for about a month and a half to go make it work with this particular person, and Hotel de Ville Avenue was a street that I lived on.
All right, so you have, I guess, opened up. And what have you learned through love and opening up and sharing something with someone? I know this album has a lot to say, but for yourself personally, how have you grown?
I think that a big part of this record for me was figuring out how to be the best person for my girlfriend. And I guess part of that is healing things and dealing with stuff. And I think a lot of the record has to do with sort of going back and figuring out how I felt about a lot of things. And like I said, a big reason for that was because I felt like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be the best person for that other person. I felt like I owed it to her. So, I think that's really like the beauty of being with someone, and also not being with someone. If you're someone that works better as someone that's single, I think a lot of time for being single is about sort of, you know, figuring those things out as well. But I felt like once I started sort of really entering like a serious relationship, it was like, okay, well, I need to be like a grown up for this person to a certain degree. And I need to know when to not be a grown up as well. But so I think, you know, like a song like Ripple Effect, that song's about, you know, my parents and figuring out how that, like my relationship with them affected me. A song like 21 Days is about nihilism and about the end of the world and figuring out how I felt about that. And it all kind of came back down to like, okay, well, who am I going to be? And I think it kind of says it, so.
Yeah. So what do you look for in a person now, in a relationship?
Room to grow, I think. And I think an open mind. And I don't know, I mean, I think at the end of the day, like, I don't really know if I believe in soulmates, because I think really at the end of the day, it's about, you know, finding the person that works for you. And I don't know, I guess putting in, I think you got to put in the work. I mean, relationships are hard and love is hard and it's terrifying. Even a song like PDA, I mean, that song's about making out in public, but in the bridge of that song, I kind of reveal this character that's like super insecure and is like, if I don't make out with you right now, I'm really afraid that you're going to go make out with someone else, which is like an insane thought to have about this person. If you knew my girlfriend, she's very sweet. But it's like, I think that revealing that that's an aspect of who I am was something that really helped me, because it helped me deal with like jealousy and deal with those things. So
all those grown-up things.
Grown-up things.
Grown-up things.
I'm 22 now. I'm a man, I tell you.
I know. Okay, but you do have a real soft spot for charity, so we want to thank you too, because you did something really cool here, Coats for Kids.
Yeah.
You know, it is getting chilly. I mean, we know it, and it's so important, you know, for the kids to make sure that they have a warm coat, so we thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks to them as well. They're a really great group of people, and I mean, I think they give out 6,000 coats a year, which is amazing. And I think it's mostly volunteers as well. So it was really special spending the day with them. And I would like, please go volunteer if you can. It's really fun. It's really, really special, and you'll have a great time.
Okay, well, we thank you, Scott. Hotel de Ville, it tells it all about his first love, and it definitely won't be your last, Scott.
Not my first love.
Or first love? No.
But a good one.
A good
sure.
one. For Shaw TV, I'm Tracy Koga.
Bye.
Couple next to ya, says go get a hotel room.